Years ago, I went for a walk along the not shoreline, but the banks of the Mersey towards Otterspool, and saw some bricks that had been washed up, a whole pile of washed up bricks, and there was something about them. I looked and thought, those bricks are crying out for an art project or something, and that image of just remembering seeing them washed up remained with me. And it was about 3 years after that that an idea of doing work with big issue vendors and a performance idea with the bricks sort of came together.
When the project first started, I think, speaking for myself and a lot of people that got involved with it in the project after a while, that we were a bit sceptical and worried and apprehensive about what it was all about.
Was it 2 years ago when there was the 200-year anniversary of the abolition of the slave trade, that the idea of a performance dragging the bricks somehow through the streets of Liverpool came up, and that was just the image that I had.
Once we got involved in it and the idea started flowing,
people came up with what I'm dragging in my past. Other people were saying about the history of Liverpool. We talked a bit about the slave trade, but quickly got on to slavery in the broadest sense of what we individually and as a society were enslaved to, like commercial things, or maybe it being addiction, or what people think of us and all that kind of thing, or just past regrets and guilt that are still kind of burdening us.
You're scared to show your vulnerability in case people just dismiss you as another chronic alcoholic, or you know.
But I am a chronic alcoholic. You know what I mean? I am chronic. You know what I mean? I am an alcoholic. You know.
Taking heroin, crack, you name it, a lot, and then I got off it then, didn't I? Then went to Phoenix House, and then in Birchwood as well, over the water, and then ever since I went back to the same thing, the drink.
I know this isn't what my life should be. This is what God had planned for my life. You know, it's just the wrong decisions and choices that I've made. You know, my own sort of weakness that I haven't been able to break out of it yet.
We got rope and bricks, and through exercises, sometimes it was just meditative, like holding a brick in your hands and then imagining what was a burden in your life, or what was a gift that you would carry in your life.
The group sessions that we had, the meditation groups, really helped people that were involved, because it showed that I think it was not just burdens, but differences in people. It sort of lifted them quite a lot, and I think it seemed to sort of bring the inner person out of that shell that seemed to cocoon everybody in the life that we were living.
The project started to get a life of its own.
In a way, a year later on from that, it really helps, and it carries on helping, because you can look at life in a more manageable manner. Because
and other exercises were just simply playful and silly. And then after a series of workshops, it was time to get the material, to get the bricks together. Up till then, there were just a few that I'd found on the beach near where I live. we had the bricks and the rope, and then we just needed to prepare the performance itself. So the day of the performance arrived, which happened to me to be my birthday, and which was a great celebration. The weather was great too, sunny day. And to begin with, the film crew and those in the performance who were going to carry the bricks, we gathered again for an exercise similar to the ones that we did in the workshops, just to get ourselves grounded, relaxed, and aware. Okay, so we set off from near Fact and went through the pedestrian area of Liverpool, and it was a really interesting and enjoyable experience. Simple image as it had set out to be from the start. Nothing kind of in your face or a particular message. You know, some passers-by said, "What are you against?" or "What's this a demonstration for?" But it was simply something that to provoke whatever the response, you know, a personal response from the people seeing it.
When bricks were actually getting carried through the city centre, was that my alcoholism seemed to get carried through the city centre as well. Once we started this project, it became an actual issue which had to be addressed. And by doing the project, it actually made me address it, and now 1 year on, I have addressed it.
And there were people helping who gave out luggage labels that people were invited to write down their response. It could be a prayer, a wish, or a personal emotive response, and some of them were quite emotional and very personal. When we came to the end of the performance, again we had a little kind of ceremony. There happened to be a busker playing beautiful, quiet music. Just a moment of reflection to think, what's a gift, what is a burden that I'd like to release into the world? Just a few moments of stillness. And it was like a party of soulful people gathering together and celebrating their personal and communal life.